What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. Today we got another Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a total of 4 NBA player props I love on the board for this Monday, January 27th NBA slate. It is a big one. We didn't give you guys a video for that Sunday slate because there was only one game. It was the Thunder versus the Trailblazers, I believe. So again, just kind of stayed away from that. And we're going to come back in today's video, give you guys a nice little 4-man. We gave you guys that 6-man for that Saturday slate. That one ended up going 4 out of 6. Our player of the day smacked out, and then 3 others. And then fortunately, we had 2 players from that Kings versus I forgot who the other team was. But it was a blowout game, so unfortunately the players from each side of that ball did not end up hitting. So we're looking to bounce back in today's video though, give you guys some nice player props. So before we get those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. They just mean the world to me. Been grinding all season, trying to give you guys best content, best value, those breakdowns I can find on this Prize Picks board. And if you guys haven't joined already, we got a free Discord link in the description down below. If you guys haven't joined already, it's just where we will be posting our player of the days every single day, extra player props, announcements, and all that good stuff. So again, completely free. It will be linked down below in the description of this video. And enough talking. With that being said, we're going to go hop into the players. As you guys can see, we got so many games to choose from. Now, my player of the day is going to be from this Lakers vs Hornets game. I believe this one should be a very nice, exciting game. Obviously, Hornets are, they're not the best team, but they got some flashy players, and Lakers, they're one of the better teams, I would say, top 5 in the Western Conference, I believe, at the moment. Barely, though, at 25-18, but it should be a competitive matchup. As you guys can see, it's in favor of Lakers for -6, over and under 222 points in total. So, again, a good amount of offense to be scored. So, with that being said, our player of the day in today's video is going to be Miles Bridges over his points line at 18.5. I feel like this is a very low line for him. If we lead his last 10 games, he's been super consistent on covering this line. The only time he had trouble with was this matchup against Cleveland Cavs. Obviously, one of the best teams in the whole NBA. He had 11 right there. And then this matchup right here, he got hooked against the Grizzlies, which actually have a very solid defense against his small forward position. But despite that, as you guys can see, he goes over this line every single time. Now we have this matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers. If we leave the small forward position specifically, which Miles Bridges does play, they're ranked 24th in points allowed, give around 22 plus a game. So again, the value on there is going to be pretty solid. Every other position, they're kind of solid in on giving up points, but the small forward is definitely where they're ranked the worst at. So again, this should be a nice little upside for Miles Bridges to be able to go out there and exceed this 18.5 points line and get us 19 points. So with that being said, as you guys can see, his last 10 games, he's been taking so much volume, damn near 17 shot attempts a game with 34 minutes a game on average whenever it's a good game. So again, if you're taking that much volume and your line only needs 19 to cover, again, I feel like this is a very good line. The part that I like about this play is Miles Bridges has exceeded 18.5 points in 9 straight games at home, averaging 23.3. So again, that is 5 over his actual line. Now he has this matchup that is in favor for him. Just out of his whole team, he should have the easiest time being able to get to the basket and actually convert those buckets that he attempts. And then he has a great resume against these guys. As you guys can see, 20 and 41 in the last 2 head-to-heads. Obviously, these games were last season, but he covered this both the games right here. His minutes have definitely gone up, 32 right here, kind of similar, and then 40 minutes played right here. Shot attempts 20 and 26. So again, this is a guy that went out there and bought out and did his thing against these guys and just had no time, no trouble being able to score. So obviously, this was from last season. Things are a little different, but again, if we look at his last couple games, he's just been super consistent on getting his shots up. So I feel like this is a very good line for him, shooting almost 50%, and you're taking that many shot attempts. I feel like this one's a no-brainer. So with that being said, Miles Bridges is going to be our player of the day in today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, we give you guys player of the day in every single video. Those are the ones I'm most confident in, and I believe should have the best chance of hitting. So again, if you guys take anything, I'd recommend this play right here. With the second player on today's video, we're going to be rocking with Naz Reid over his points line at 13.5. I feel like this is also another player that's been super consistent. Again, as you guys can see, his last 10 games, he's either gone over this line or damn near been at this line every single time. Majority of these games he's been hooking. He hasn't gone under 12 points in his last 10 games, which we love to see, and majority of the times were blowouts, as you guys can see, Washington in this matchup against the Dallas Mavericks. But this game was another blowout, and then this game was just a low-scoring game against the Pelicans. But I really like this matchup for him against the Atlanta Hawks. As you guys can see, they're ranked 28th in points allowed in general, giving around almost 120 points to opposing teams. So again, I feel like Naz Reid, if the Timberwolves are scoring 120 points, I believe he should at least have 14 points out of those 120 against his team. If we look at this position specifically, now it does say he plays center position, but I would consider him more of a power forward just with the way he plays offensively. He's really a shooter. So again, they're ranked 21st in points allowed, give around 24 games. Center position, they give almost 19 points a game. So again, I feel like this line's very solid. And in his last 10 games, he's been taking 11 plus shot attempts, shooting 50%, almost 6 threes, and 26 plus minutes. So again, if his line's only at 13.5, I feel like this one should be a very solid one for him. Naz Reid has exceeded 13.5 points in 5 of his last 6 games at home, averaging 17 points at home. Again, that is what is that, 4 over his actual line that he's been averaging if we lead his last couple home games. The only time he did not cover was this blowout against the Denver Nuggets. Obviously, he's going to get pulled out early, but despite that, he's greened out every single time, and he actually has a great resume against these guys. These two were from last season, and then this was the one game this season that they had against each other. Only 104 points scored, and surprisingly, he had 23 points. So again, 25% of the points came from this guy, and he took 19 shots in this matchup. And then obviously he split last season, getting hooked by 0.5, and then had 19 points in this last game. I believe he played less minutes, though. Yeah, as you guys can see, 24 minutes compared to what he's seen last game with 28. So again, overall, I just feel like this is a very good line for him. Pretty low. He's been super consistent at getting at least close to it, and I believe he should be able to get that push against this Atlanta Hawks team that's been super vulnerable all season to opposing teams in general. So I really like this Naz Reid play over that 13.5 points. That's my second player on today's video. A player on the other side of the ball, Clint Capella, in this matchup over his rebounds and assist line at 7.5. I feel like this one's very low for him. If we look at his last 10 games, this is also another very consistent player. Now, this game was a blowout. Obviously, he only had 4 rebounds and 0 assists. It was 94 to 117. He's not going to do his thing right there. And then this game was against the Utah Jazz. I do not think he actually had 25 minutes. I'm not sure what happened right there. But again, his rebound chances have been through the roof. His last 10 games, he's been seeing 13.4 rebound chances and 1.2 potential assists. So again, a combined total of 14, and his line was only at 7.5 that he needs to cover. If we look at Minnesota defensively on giving up rebounds and assists, they're in 8th and 5th. Obviously, they're one of the better teams in the league, giving around 43 and 24.4. If we look at the center position, they give 11 and 3.6. Power forward, they give 10 and 3.6. So again, there should be a lot of opportunities for him. I believe this should be a very fast-paced game, and his minutes have also been pretty solid, around like 20 minutes. Obviously, he's coming off the bench, but whenever he does get in there, he typically does his thing. If we look at him all season for the Hawks, he's covered this line 77% of the time, 34 to 40 games, which is actually very solid. Again, he's been averaging 22 minutes, 14 rebound chances, and 1.4 potential assists. So again, almost 15 combined, which we love to see. And then the part that I really loved about this play, which is why I added it in today's video, is Clint Capella has exceeded 7.5 rebounds and assists in 18 of his last 19 games on the road, averaging 11.1 rebounds and assists. Again, that is 4 over his actual line, which is significant. And if he's averaging that much in 19 games on the road, again, I feel like this one's also a very no-brainer. As you guys can see, these are his last 19 games on the road, and the only time that he went under was this Utah Jazz team, which I just mentioned, which he had a tough time in. But despite that, he's gone well over every single time, and it hasn't even been close. Now he has this matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 15.6 rebound chances on the road that he's been seeing in his last 19 games, and then 1.4 potential assists. So again, that average actually goes up to 17 potentials on both of them. And mind you, his line is only at 7.5. So again, I feel like this is a very good play. He has a great resume against these guys as well. Last matchup that they had this season, he had a total of 10, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and then he played 25 minutes. And then these 2 games were from last season. Obviously, it's kind of irrelevant, but again, he's still greened out with 14 right here. But what we saw from the matchup this season, again, 15 rebound chances and then two potential assists. I feel like this one's a very good play. So this is my third player on today's video, Clint, over that rebounds and assist line right here, 7.5. And then with the last player on today's video, we're going to be rocking with De'Aaron Fox over his PRA line. Now, a lot of you guys are probably looking at this line because obviously Prize Picks, they give you like that last 5 when you guys submitting this play. We're going to see his last 5 games, and we're going to be like, oh, he's gone under this line every single time. Now, the only reason why I would assume that he's been going under is because Malik Monk or Sabonis have actually been going crazy. I'm not sure how long they're going to keep this little streak going, but again, I feel like this is a very good bounce back game against the Brooklyn Nets for him to be able to exceed 32.5 PRA. Again, all those combined, I feel like this is a very good line for him. If we look at Brooklyn against opposing point guards, they're ranked 21st, 12th, and 25th in PRA allowed, which is very solid all around, giving around almost 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists a game. So again, I feel like this is a very good matchup for him. He's been playing great minutes as well. If we look at his last 10 games, he's been averaging 37 minutes, 7.4 rebound chances, 10.7 potential assists, and then been taking 18.5 shot attempts a game. Now, the only time, if we look at his last couple of games, obviously he's had his struggles, but he's actually been taking a lot of shots in his last 2 games, specifically 24 and 20 shot attempts. He just had a rough shooting percentage, obviously, because these were 2 very good teams. with the Denver Nuggets and New York Knicks. They have very solid defenses, and this one was a blowout. Actually, this was the team we give, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it was the Kings versus Knicks. We give guys Jalen Brunson and then DeMar DeRozan. This game was a blowout, so unfortunately both those guys didn't hit. But as you guys can see, I'm not worried about his shot attempts. If he's taking that much volume, 24 and 20, his percentage is definitely going to be up throughout the whole season. I believe his shooting percentage is, almost 50%, which is great. And as you guys can see, he's had a lot of stretches where he's went well over the line. So again, this is a little cold streak, and I believe this is a perfect game that he bounces back in. The part that I really like about this play is Fox has exceeded 32.5 PRA in 13 of his last 15 games, versus bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed, averaging almost 40 PRA, which is 8 over his actual line. Now, a lot of you guys are probably looking at these lines and saying, oh, he's been struggling recently, but these have just been tough matchups. That's all the Prize Picks and sports betting is matchups. Now, in 15 games, he's been averaging 40 PRA against defensive teams, similar to the Brooklyn Nets. So again, I feel like this is going to be a very good bounce back game. If we look at this little insight right here, he's gone well over every single time in these 15 games, despite these ones, which were blowouts right here. And again, a tough Denver Nuggets team. But I believe this should be a very good game. He has a great resume against these guys as well. Last matchup that they had, which was this season, he had a total of 37 PRA, 31 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists. This game that he got hooked, it was a very low scoring game. And then, but these two matchups were from last season. So the one this season, he went well over and had a great matchup. Shot 63% against these guys. Saw they don't even have the potentials of this matchup right here. But you guys get the memo. I believe this is a very good line, and it should be a very good bounce back game. So not really much else to explain on this play right here. But Fox is going to be our last player on today's video over that 32.5 PRA. And these are my 4 players I'm rocking with for this Monday, January 27th NBA slate. Again, my player of the day is Miles Bridges. If you guys didn't take anything from today's video, I would always recommend the player of the days. In that case, we're rocking with his 18.5 points. Second player, Naz Reid over that 13.5 points. Third player, Clint Capella over that 7.5 rebounds and assists. And then last player, De'Aaron Fox over that 32.5 PRA. So these are my 4 that I'm rocking with. Again, you guys can mix and match these however you guys want. I'm going to be rocking this 4-man. Nice little power play. Great payouts on Prize Picks with the 4-man. So you guys can tell straight up or use them however you guys want to. I gave you guys my favorite one. And with that being said, that is all I got for you guys in today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe. It really mean the world to me. If you guys haven't already, it literally takes 1 second to just drop that sub and a like on this video. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content recently. Let me know if you guys have down below in the comments. And with that being said, that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's eat today.